Hello, everyone. Let's see. You hear the music? It's pretty low on this. Okay. Hello. Welcome. It is September 19th. It is a week away from my birthday, about. So, that's what people want to know, right? Yeah. Gotta be honest, though, it's how I feel all the time, so what can I say? I'm really tired. As I'm sitting down to stream, I feel the sleepy breaths going in and out. You know what I mean? They're long and labored. Like I'm already asleep on a level. Close me go! Can't miss! September 19th! Episode, oh, yes. Of the Miranda Chronicles. Of the Miranda journal entry to my life. I wish I could tell you everything going on in my life. But I can't. But I tell you as much as I feel like I can. Hard. So Stefan is away. He is at, if you are there, then you know where he is. He is at Fantastic Fest. So that is it's the biggest genre film festival in the United States. He got a free industry pass for his connections to Sundance. So he is there mingling with the filmmakers, talking to them, watching movies all day. And he's very tired because I had to wake up at 3 a.m. to drop him off at the airport. It was kind of a nightmare, actually. It's the scenario that people would freak out about. It sounds like you've been at it. Exhaustion is the sign you've been grinding in real life. Okay, grinding in a way. But I can't necessarily say I've been grinding. What am I grinding? I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no output. Yeah, so he other than waking up at 3 a.m. to take him to the airport, I did manage to go back to sleep though after that. So it was a nightmare situation in which he was exhausted, of course, because he didn't sleep. And so he got to the airport, he was able to get through TSA, and then he just found the first place in front of him and fell asleep. And then woke up right when it's time to board, and then realized that he was in the wrong terminal. So he didn't find his gate. What? I don't... It's hard for me to imagine because I wasn't there. But like, of course I would always check what terminal I'm at, and I would always just go to my gate. But he was so tired, apparently, that he just collapsed to sleep without checking his gate or his terminal. So anyway, so then he woke up right when it was time to board and then went, oh no, it's all the way across this massive international airport, right? He rushes all the way over there, and then he hands his ticket in right when everyone's already boarded, basically, and then they rip up the ticket in front of him because it was a fraudulent ticket that he had purchased from a fraudulent site. It was recommended by Google, so Stefan felt fairly certain that it was just fine. So this fraudulent ticket ate his money, and he actually did not have a flight booked at all. So he had to book a new flight for that day. The happy ending to this story is that there was a flight in only a couple of hours, direct to Austin from San Francisco, so that was fine. And he did not miss any part of the film festival. So it had a happy ending, and maybe he'll be able to get a refund from the credit card company. However, that is nightmare scenario. Hi, Sophie. Hello. Yeah, I was saying I'm tired, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I know that playing games, not much happens when I'm playing games. Airship Dreamer, hi. But I am promising that I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII at the beginning of October, right after my birthday. Yes. We could do something a little different if we wanted. We could play Fields of Mystria or not. I don't know. Ah, I thought you were making a Vivi reference. Oh. It could be a Vivi reference. Yeah, oh, Omar, hi. Extremely long time no see. Yes, I was telling us a story about bad things happening at the airport that is a surprise. But no, this really happened. Yes. Also, same thing. That's the first thing I always do. Get to the gate before anything. Yeah. So Stefan, so even with his fraudulent ticket, he was able to get through TSA. It's just when he was about to board the plane. So this fraudulent ticket, so it's a real ticket. Basically, the fraudulent site pays for the ticket and then refunds it immediately and then takes the money. So that's how the system works. Buy a real ticket, then get a refund. So it looks like he has a real ticket until he gets to goes to board on the plane. So hopefully this fraudulent activity will be stopped. Oh, yeah, Sophie did show up to the stream right at the end. So manage eventually to I was able to figure out what to do. I didn't realize the Stardew Valley quest was actually like, oh, hey, look, it's a character it's a sprite from the game. Isn't that cool? It plays some music and you get an item. And that was it. I thought it was going to have a ton of items that was Stardew Valley related. Well, I got a costume too. There's that. I missed the opening story. I told the story again. Well, there's more stories. Huh. I don't know if they're good stories, interesting stories, but they're just... Okay. So, as I have talked about in many of my streams, in June, I was laid off from my job. My big tech software job. And, this company that I work at, just like every other big tech company, has been going through layoffs, rounds and rounds and rounds of them. So I had survived rounds and rounds and rounds of layoffs and lived in a culture of constant fear. Am I next? Am I next? Is it gonna be me? And being, in constant fear that I'm next. And almost, I was kind of resigned to my fate, thinking, well, because so many people were laid off and everyone was saying that the job market is terrible and extremely competitive, I was just thinking, okay, well, it'll hit eventually and I'll just collect my paycheck until it does. Oh, the stream cut? It was laggy? Oh. I mean, I do have a notification. Oh, no, but everything is fine. I did not know that. I'm sorry that you went through that. I was unaware. Audio was cutting in and out? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I did not know. Anyway. So... I had been laid off from my job. It was a very high stress job. In fact, I was really fatigued for months, and for the most part, I attributed it to burnout. And then I was finding that I was getting motivation at my job back. I was monitoring my sleep and saying that my sleep was good. And then I thought to myself, maybe it's because I have an iron deficiency. So then I finally got a test, figured out, we went back and forth on this. Yeah, I had a fraudulent test. I had an inaccurate test come back that completely contradicted another test that I had. But eventually realized I had an iron deficiency. I went and got that sorted out. I got my first infusion, and then I saw a doctor for a second infusion. And she asked me how my energy levels were, and I still said that my energy levels were not great. And according to my test results, she said that my energy levels should be a lot improved. And I said I definitely feel an improvement, but it's not like an amazing improvement. And so then she said, well, it could have to do with stress. Are you stressed? And I did kind of say like, well, I live in fear every day I'm going to get laid off from my job. And she said, well, that sounds very stressful. Anyway, and then it was about a week or two later when I actually was laid off from my job. That's all to say, it's a source of stress that's gone now, traded for other stress. However, here, big news that I just heard of today. So, my manager, the guy who laid me off, and by the way, I absolutely do not fault him. My own manager, it was not his decision, and I'm fully aware that that was not his decision to make. That it was an algorithmic decision that came from above, and he was just passing on the news. He was just doing his job. So, even though it's a very awkward situation to sit in a room and to be told that I don't have a job anymore, I don't blame him. One bit. And I perfectly like my manager, who was my manager. See where this train is going, and it's gonna get there. And other people are just saying, well, that may not be the case. It may go like this. It may go like that. There's still hope. And I think this is where it's going. I know where it's going. So I can't say it's a surprise that happened. I felt like there was, again, definitely writing on the wall there. But it's sad. So he was laid off, and the team that I used to be on has been split up and moved into other teams. Should I even talk about that? Well, this is just reorg stuff. This isn't anything else other than just people. So now the team is feeling in a state of what's going to happen to all of us. The sense of security is now gone. And this team used to be in another org. They were in a good, safe bubble before all this has happened. So, just in my few communications, I feel the fear among the team. Oh, is there a target on everyone's back? But what's definitely true is that the safety that they had in the team has, whatever sense of safety they had before is not there. It was a very nice team to join. When I had first joined it, one of the managers said, not managers, but one of the leaders on the team, more senior people, he's like, Miranda, I feel like we just adopted a wounded puppy. And there's a little bit of like, yeah, I'm a wounded puppy, but you're all gonna be wounded puppies. because you're in my world now. Since the reorg, they had moved into my umbrella. So like, you're gonna know what it's like to be here. And I feel like now they do. It's like everything I thought is correct. And it's so unfortunate. So it's sad. Anyway, I'll read your messages. Um, yeah. The summoning, now it's good. No, now the stream is fine. So I thought it was just me. Yeah, the Jumino thing. Okay. Audio is cutting in and out for me. Oh, is it right now that it's cutting out? Oh! Yeah, it said that I do have dropped frames over the last couple of minutes. I don't know what to do about that. I don't think I have control over it. It said dropped a few seconds ago, too. It also said the stream had dropped 3 minutes ago. Is it really that bad? Oh no. Okay. Constant stress is a killer. I'm really sorry that this is happening to you. Oh, I had iron infusions. When I first saw the bag, I thought it looked like rusty water. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It tastes like rust. I heard that absorption is better, and also there's fewer stomach problems if you take liquid iron as opposed to in powdered form in like a pill. So I've been doing liquid iron now. It tastes terrible though. Of course, it tastes like blood. A spoonful of blood. But anyway, I have a spoonful of blood or of iron every once in a while. Liquid iron. Hopefully to maintain my improved levels. Sorry, the stream is having problems, but the safety part. Got the safety part. The constant fear of losing your job kills all energy. Okay. Did you get the part where I said that my manager just got laid off from... The manager who laid me off just got laid off. Yeah. Sounds like a vampire. IVs are the best. Oh yeah, we've discussed this before. I am no longer... It's no longer saying I have drop frames at the moment. I can take a look and see just about my internet speed. Not consistency, though. Internet speed test. I don't have the internet wired. I have Wi-Fi. Yeah. Alright, well... Speed is fantastic. It's not showing any issues right now. But, you know, as I said, speed isn't consistency. No issues at this moment. I'm very glad that we were able to change our internet provider when we moved here. That was one of the saddest things from moving from our first house to the second house, was that we had to change internet providers even though we moved only a few blocks away. But now that we've moved here, we were able to change our internet provider back. The main thing is that the internet provider is a local company, and so they have way more consistent and better customer service. You call them and you're not calling India, which is such a big deal now. Like Xfinity is terrible. It doesn't matter if their service is actually okay. Like if the product is okay, if the customer service is bad, then it's not worth it. That's so intense. So now you two are in the same job market. Not exactly, because it was a fully remote company. And he was a manager, so that means that probably what the kind of job that he'd want would be different. But yeah, so we were a fully remote company. He lives in a different state than me, and I have been applying to and interviewing for like on-site and hybrid jobs in San Francisco. So he's not competing for the same jobs as me necessarily. Unless he is. There's been a few remote opportunities. I've been trying to think outside of the box a little bit more. Trying! And it's really hard. Because everyone's flooding all the same positions. So... I today applied for a job that is not a software engineer job, but it's still a technical job. And it's local. It's local as in it's in my town. It's not in San Francisco. And the pay is a lot lower. It's entry level, but it's but I'm trying to think bigger, think broader, and like, okay, I mean, I don't need I don't need a job that pays a ton. A job that pays is better than having nothing. And I think it's important for it to be tech or tech adjacent because of the mortgage situation that I need to refinance. And so it's important for me to be able to prove that I've been in the same industry this whole time, that it's not like a big job switch. So if it's something similar, then I'm okay. Similar in that it just reaches a minimum threshold of I can keep my mortgage. That's the most important thing right now. Stefan has an income. I just need to bring enough income to meet the threshold for a refinance. That's the biggest concern. So a couple days ago, Stefan screamed from downstairs and was like, oh, the rates are getting cut. I'm like, oh, really? And then immediately I'm like, oh no, right? Because we've got this house when the rates they're high, when the rates were really high. And we're basically saying we can't keep this house. We're making a bet that we're able to refinance this home within the next 3 years. Otherwise, we'll be locked into a rate that's too high for us to sustain. And we won't be able to keep this house. So, but we had, a fair level of confidence, even though it's making it's taking a risk. It's making a bet. We're making a bet. We're betting that we'll be able to refinance in the next 3 years. Now, okay, the rates are getting cut. Woo! Okay, we thought that was going to happen. And they say it's going to cut more. Amazing. Yes, we thought this would happen. The only problem is, now we're not in a position to refinance because I don't have a job. So, I'm a bit freaked out. I need to have a job to refinance. And then as I thought about it, I was thinking, okay, maybe we can refinance if we have a cosigner. I don't know all the details to that, but still, I need to have a family member or friend, mostly a family member, who makes enough and who would get approved for a loan on our behalf. And that's not an easy threshold to make, and also is willing to take the responsibility for our failure. I don't want a cosigner. But I'm thinking, okay, if this is the difference between losing the house or not, we should take every opportunity we can. So I'm losing my mind. I don't want to lose my house. I know I'm in a very privileged position where I own multiple houses. But downgrading from one house to another house will not save me either. This is the house I want to be in. This was the house that we were working toward. And I don't want to lose it. The location is perfect. I'm walking every day. And I know I basically don't want to sacrifice my lifestyle. Let's see. Customer service being local is definitely a win. Yes. I also bank with a local bank. Their customer service is great. Their offerings are poorer than like a Chase. But Stefan has a Chase bank for one of his business accounts. And he just had to deal with them, and it was actually such a pain. Well, you don't have to deal with that when you're dealing with a local bank. The cons are you get worse rates. You might get more fees. It's more money to sustain a company that is not hiring India to do your customer service. So it's a trade-off I'm willing to make to go for a local bank. Okay. My job is hybrid now. That's good. Hybrid is way more ideal. I liked my remote job too, but way more ideal than completely on-site. Do you like your job? Okay. Cosmico 1010. They would hire you over him! That new job might open. New doors. It's a cool opportunity. Yeah, it was only a job I applied for. That doesn't really mean anything, but I did reach out on LinkedIn to a lot of cursory people connected to the role, and I think it is definitely a pro that it is local, like in my hometown, like local. So I might be able to get a coffee chat with somebody or ask them about, oh, how did you get into this profession? Or whatever it is. Not trying to say, give me a job, but just say, like, hey, I'm really interested in your career. I'm interested what it's like to work at this company. And see if just showing being personable and nice and interested will open opportunities. But it's only a thought. But seeing these people work at this company, they've been there for over 10 years, and I can see that they've grown in the role, which to me seems amazing right now, that somebody could be at a company for so long and start entry level and move their way up. Unlike me. Yeah. In Minnesota, at least you can recast your mortgage if the rates drop and you've had your mortgage less than a year. Oh. We have had our mortgage less than a year. But will that still mean I'll have to do everything? Oh my goodness, really? I mean, it could save me if I wouldn't have to do everything again. Mortgage recast. A mortgage recast is when you make a large lump sum payment towards your mortgage principal and your lender then recalculates your monthly payments based on the new lower balance. The process, also known as re-amortization, lowers your monthly payment for the rest of your loan term while keeping your original interest rate and final payoff date the same. Okay, so that's not what we're looking for. We don't want a recast in which we're just putting more money in. I think that it seems that we would have to go through all of that. The credit score checking, the job stuff all over again in order to get a new rate. But I imagine it's federal, right? We're both in the United States, so the rules I think are the same for me and for you. Cosmico, focus on the plays you have now and have all the right worries, but your effort on getting a new job might be the answer. Co-signer involves another person you can't control, and bet on yourselves too. It seems like you made it a cozy home, and it's worth saving. I need to make it cozier. But yes! I mixed it up with something else then. Okay, let me know what it is. There's something else, and I'll look it up. Any options, anything that you could think of. I would like to hear it. Cause yeah, I'm spooked. I'm scared. But yes, things that I have control over. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot of unsolicited advice over the last several months, and a lot of this advice is, don't worry, don't stress. I mean, God has a plan for you. It'll all work out. The right opportunity will come along. I abhor stuff like that. I wonder why that is. I think it's just about a sense of control. Like, I have to be tuned and really thinking about opportunities in order for those opportunities to happen. I really feel like nothing has come in my life without conscious effort. Like, even the houses that we were able to invest in, that wasn't an opportunity that came flying down or something. I had alerts, very specific alerts set up on my Zillow, and they appear in my inbox. And then one day I magically open up my very tailored Zillow notifications and then was like, that's a really good deal. Like a really, really good deal. I should act on it. So then I call my uncle who's an engineer. He's a structural engineer. I call my agent. They're all available. That's serendipitous. That's nice. We go and we look at the house. They say, wow, other than the cosmetic stuff, this place is extremely solid. I'm like, woo! Well, I guess we might as well make an offer. And then even though we were bidding against 8 other offers, somehow they picked ours and we got it. And I was like, wow, this kind of thing doesn't happen. It's God's plan. He's just gonna swoop. Like, most people don't do this stuff. Not God's plan. Easy for them to say when you're on the outside looking in. Yeah. Or they say, Miranda, you're so smart. Yeah, it will work out because it always does for you. Yeah, I know, right? Why is that? It's because of me, because I do stuff. Doing stuff. I need to do stuff in order for things to happen. Yeah, everyone just gets to sit back, drink their tea, and say, you'll be all right. Don't stress. Stressing is bad for your health. Well, but I also just think taking action is a de-stressor. Look at me. I got so worked up. I was ranting in my journal yesterday. Oh, this music is loud. I didn't realize how loud it was. Sorry about that. I don't even know what music this is, which is not good. So I'm gonna go back to Final Fantasy X. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Do you hear stuff like that, Airship Dreamer, Cosmico, anyone about it's God's plan, things will work out? I've heard this my whole life, this kind of stuff. I always find it completely uncomforting. I mean, I guess it was the same at work too, where I felt like I saw the writing on the walls. Oh, this is happening. Things are gonna get worse. Well, they could get better. Well, everything indicates it's gonna get worse, though. I'm not a hopeful thinking. No, I mean, we gotta prepare for what it looks like it's gonna be. It feels dismissive when people say it. Yeah, don't stress. Who has ever stopped stressing out when somebody says calm down? Who has ever calmed down after being told to calm down? It always makes somebody more like uncalm, more dysregulated. Omar, there is wisdom in that being proactive is a stress reliever. Knowing you've taken the day by the horns and kicked butt, even if you don't yet get the results you want, is still an accomplishment. It's not comforting at all. Yes. Yeah. And no one knows my financial situation as much as I do, even though I could know my own financial situation better. But as I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my stuff and going, yeah, If I just keep on this trajectory, I lose house. That's bad. I don't want that. Don't stress. Everything will work out. You'll find it. God has a plan for you. Or because my job was really stressful, like, it's probably a good thing that you got laid off from your job. Because that it's probably a blessing in disguise, because now that means you're going to find something even better. Oh, yeah, this even better thing. Yeah, tell me, where is this? Where is the better thing? Where is it? Oh, it'll show up. Maybe it will. Maybe it will, but but it hasn't yet. And it just takes me watching other people's lives when I have a feeling about a lot of people's lives just don't work out. Right. Maybe it sounds weird, but the way I let go of stress is by saying to myself, what is happening, and being stressed does nothing to help. And somehow that logic makes me calm down. Yes, acceptance. Accepting your situation is a big key. It's true. I was reading a book that was saying step 1 is acceptance. But also, I was reading, it was Designing Your Life, I think. But step 1 is acceptance of your situation. That will calm you down right there, is just going like, these are my circumstances. They are what they are. I can't change them. My circumstance. And freaking out doesn't do anything about it. So, it is what it is. I have my situation I have. Okay. But then the next step is taking charge and having a sense of agency, which is also a stress reliever. Going, okay, given my situation, what needs to happen? What can I do? There's lots of things outside of my control. But then how do we move forward? And it's helpful to think iteratively to think, okay, I want to do one small step toward improving the situation. Or improving things that I know can be improved. But, I found my situation hard, for sure. Because I cannot guarantee I'll get a job. I can look, I can interview, but I can't make somebody give me an offer. And so the thing about accepting my situation is I feel like, okay, I need to accept the possibility that I could lose my house. I need to actually see and confront this possibility. And really think about what I can do about it. And I don't see it even as worrying, because I think it's very real. We're in this situation that we are in. Doesn't always work. Yeah. Yes, being proactive is a stress reliever. I feel like so many people don't know this. And that actually saying don't stress is the opposite. It's saying defer your problem. This is what I hear when they say it. They're saying defer your problem until later. Distract yourself. Have a drink. Do something else. Just ignore your problem until it becomes a bigger problem. Or maybe it means, you're giving me an energy that I don't like or think is healthy right now. So can you just stop? That's what it feels like. That's what I feel like I hear when I am expressing what's going on in my head. How about you just stop complaining? How about you stop thinking and we can now just enjoy our time? So, right. When I was in college, I shouldn't say a long time ago. Only yesterday. When I was at the community college, I did a transfer. So I did a community college for 2 years and I transferred to a 4-year university. Unsolicited advice from people with main character syndrome. Is that what it is? Ah, that's what it is. All right. So yeah, I was in college and I was going to transfer to a 4-year university, right? Okay. And the thing about my transfer is I only applied to one college and one college only, and I knew that I was going to get accepted. So, because it was just a state college, it was basically a guaranteed acceptance. And it wasn't prestigious at all. And anyway, so the advice I heard from a lot of my peers was go to your dream school or apply to your dream school and go to it. If you get accepted into your top choice school or your second top choice school, go to that one. Don't go to your local one. Don't go to the cheap one. Go to your dream school. And you know, you only live once. You'll pay off your student loans eventually. So go do it. Anyway. Evening! Hello, DZ. Oh no, distract yourself, have a drink. Achievement unlocked. Bottoms up. Yeah. Yeah. So, right. Go to the school that you want to go to. Follow your dreams. Such a millennial thing. Just follow your dreams and it'll all work out. Anyway, so I did not. As I was saying. So basically, I took the Gilmore Girls deal. That's how I look at it anyway. Because my grandparents, well, you know, my grandma's now deceased, but they're fairly wealthy and that they're property owners in Silicon Valley. They have 2 apartment complexes, I think 10 units of property altogether. So they would allow me and my brother to live in one of their apartments for free, no rent. We had to pay for utilities. We paid for utilities, but no rent. So we could stay in there, an apartment for free. The criteria, though, was that I had to go to church on Sundays with my grandparents, and I had to see them for dinner pretty regularly. And that's what I mean. Gilmore Girls approach as like, okay, we'll help fund your college. We'll give you a free place to live under the circumstances that you go to church and that you see us for dinner. That you spend quality time with your family. And my dad was also living with his parents, so it was also spend quality time with your father. So I went out with my dad, I went out with my grandparents, and I went to church. And I probably mentioned before that my grandpa was or is an Orthodox priest. So he was the leader of the parish and the congregation. So there was a little bit of a sense of royalty almost. I mean, like, of going to this church. I wasn't just nobody walking in. I was the priest's granddaughter, who spoke no Ukrainian. And it was a Ukrainian-speaking church. So it was a fun time of going to church, listening to Ukrainians, having Ukrainian people talk to me in Ukrainian, and me understanding nothing. But I did it. I went. And I was able to graduate from college without taking out any student loans at all. And that was huge. It was huge and it was worth it. And not only that, but my grandma, died shortly after I graduated from college, not too long after. So I was able to get, and then also my dad got dementia. So I was able to spend very, very precious little time with my family, get a whole lot out of it. So I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. Oh, stay living with my family. Worth it! Absolutely worth it. It It was a very privileged position to be in. But to say, don't take this privileged position that you're in. Don't take this opportunity. Instead, follow your dreams. No, I didn't follow my dreams, and it was worth it. It was way worth it. Listen to me. Don't follow your dreams. Millennials are dumb. Even though I am one. That's 10,000% the Gilmore deal. I know, isn't it? Oh my goodness, so many people are here. Also, hi, Lord Scorpion. Did I say hi? What should I do? What should I do now that you're here? Life crisis, alcoholism, go hand in hand. Yes. I mean, my dad fell down a drinking rabbit hole after his mom died. So it was like, I lost my grandma, boom, and then a year later, I lost my dad. And then I helped my grandpa move out of the house into one of the apartments. That was sweet of them, though. And it's cooler that you made the best of the opportunity. Yeah. I got to be a lot closer to my grandparents more than I think any of my other cousins. I think it just gave me a huge advantage, too, when it's going to sound really selfish, but when it comes to favors in the future and like inheritance, just showing up, having been there, having established a relationship with them, an adult relationship, so my grandparents, there's multiple Ukrainian Orthodox parishes in California, but not very many. There's one in LA, there's one in San Francisco, major cities, right? So when I was growing up, they were in the LA one. But then when I was an adult, they moved into the San Francisco one. So they were also suddenly close by when I was growing up, they were not. So they were like, we're near our grandkids. Let's spend time with them. I'm 100% their favorite. I became I know. I feel so good about it too. Yeah. I'm a favorite. I remember there was a time when one of my cousins, she hadn't seen me in years. My grandma told me. She's like, she asked because I was a kid, and she's like, she remembers that Miranda was so cute. And anyway, so she was asking if you were still so cute as an adult. And I said, yes, she is just as cute. That was so sweet. So sweet. I get it from my Baba, though. Baba was really cute. It was, I think the accent added to it, though. The mannerisms had a little bit of just an Elmo feel. Maybe that's me, too. I don't know. And I was spoiled. But I also, I don't want to take advantage of their generosity. Yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. I never thought of it as the Gilmore Girls thing until only a couple years ago when I was looking back on it and going, so I got favors in exchange for spending quality time with them. Oh, well, that's the same exact thing. Get closer. Allow the family to creep in and influence me. Because my dad was so much like a Lorelai. My dad was a total rebel. And he didn't teach me anything. Yeah, on purpose. And so it was my first exposure really to the church and to Ukrainian culture, I guess. Granddaddy! Finally off work. Worked a double today. Welcome. Baba. We use that term in Arabic too. Hearing you say that made me smile involuntarily. Involuntarily? Really? Yeah. Baba. I think that's the informal way of saying grandma in Ukrainian. And the formal way is babushka. Yeah. I call my my grandpa Dito. Although I don't know the formal term for Dito. But yeah. I think Baba is a very cute term. It's heartwarming to see your family through a nice lens. I'm sure they would be happy to be remembered like that. Yeah. Yeah. And my grandpa, he's still alive. And it's gonna be 100. I just wrote a letter to him recently. He's deaf though. But he's been deaf pretty much my whole life. And when I say deaf, I mean just extremely hard of hearing. He can hear Ukrainian pretty well, but he hears 0% of the words I say. So I can only communicate with him through writing. So sometimes if I visit him, I just scrawl on a notepad and hand it to him. And then he responds, and then I scrawl on it again. And just back and forth like that. At least I'm able to communicate with him. It's a little rough. But he's very sharp. Definitely for his age. He's so mobilized by Ukraine, the war. He feels he has a fighting spirit in him when he wakes up every morning. I think that's what keeps him alive. Yeah. Hello! I will not be hanging out much. I'm still kind of sick and I'm tired. Oh yeah. And I have to be up tomorrow at 6 a.m. Yes, I'm very tired too. So tired. Yeah, Colin's sick. Well, that won't. Oh, just so that he can stay? Okay, but what are we even gonna do? All right. Well, because, yeah, I put Infinity Nikki on the thing. We can start Final Fantasy VII today. I don't know. How long have I been talking? Almost an hour. But, I feel done. I feel done with the talking. We could do something else. I also have Fields of Mystria I'm interested in. And I don't know if Date Everything has ever patched Steam. You know, if they... I've been continually checking Date Everything to see if they've patched the Scandelabra bug. And I am so irritated with them. This game. Why? Why is it so buggy? I'm gonna get rest soonish. Yeah. To be able to have that connection with letters is something special. Hope he keeps that fight. For more years. Yeah. Ooh. Persona 5, the Phantom X. What is this? Was this announced anywhere? I did not watch the Nintendo Direct. Wait, was there any noteworthy? Did we talk about Nintendo Direct at all? When's my birthday? Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, sorry. We're the Phantom Thieves. We're here to steal your hearts. The beloved RPG series with over 27 million copies sold finally arrives on PC. That's it? Oh, it's just the PC version of the game. Okay, yeah. We don't care about that, do we? Mysteria? Did I say the name wrong? I'm starting to take the Scandelabra thing personally. It's yes, Fields of Mystria. That is what it's called. I am not wrong. Okay, Date Everything. So if I look at the patches here, so July 30th hotfix said nothing about Scandelabra, and the comments in them said this does not include the Scandelabra fix. So that was July 30th, okay? And there was an August 11th update celebrating 500,000 copies sold. And then Accolades trailer, 20% off. So if I click into this... Oh, hotfix number 3. Okay, we've been reading your feedback and are acutely aware of various blockers still occurring in-game for a number of characters. We're on it and hope to have news on our progress soon. Thank you for your patience. So no, okay? There is no fix for the Scandelabra thing, and it's been months. This is why people have been saying that patches have ruined video games. Because people used to do QA extensively for ages before releasing a game. And now they just release a buggy game. Okay, what are the comments? I want people enraged. Congratulations! Yippee! Pre-ordered! Absolutely deserved! Where is the people yelling at them? Hey, I can't get past Scandelabra. Okay. Okay. Oh, here's one comment from September 16th. When will the bugs get fixed? That was 3 days ago. Okay. Yeah, I am offended. I am offended by this game that I bought, that I expected to be a game, and it is instead unplayable. Ocarina of Time got released 3 separate times! This is infuriating. I am so glad that you're here with me, Airship Dreamer, because I think that you're the only other person who's like... Oh, there were some nice things in the Direct. Oh, are you talking about Ocarina of Time? Was Ocarina of Time in the Direct? Yeah, whatever happened to Fridge Dude? Oh, right. Yeah. What was his name? The Yeti? Freddy Yeti. That was me. I made the comment for you. Just for you, Miranda. You made that comment? Your name is Yarabosh. When will the bugs get fixed? Thank you! Thank you for doing that. Fix the bugs. 3 days ago. That's funny. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, fine. I'll pull up Infinity Nikki. I do find it really relaxing, although it's just too much stuff. There's too many things to look at, and it's quite distracting, and then I feel like I get absolutely nothing done. And then I feel bad. But just wandering around and not paying attention to the dialogue is pretty okay. Epic launch? It's pretty. I can say that. That's me. Oh, Granddaddy Yaravash. I didn't know that was your name. Wow. That's another name that you go by. Okay. Infinity Nikki launching. Oh, I know. Let's play Final Fantasy X. Wait, what was I doing in Final Fantasy X again? You know what? I'm in a Final Fantasy X mood. It is absolutely not what the stream is saying it is. But I still have Final Fantasy X, right? I think... Well, I will look at the Monster Arena, I think, is where we were at with it. Where was I with Blitzball? Do you recall? Okay. Yeah, because I don't recall exactly where I was. But I'm listening to this music and I think, okay. I think I want to do that. I think that sounds good. It feels good. We're getting to Final Fantasy VII in October. I have declared it. My mood has been, I don't want to start something new. I don't want to do anything. That's a terrible streamer mentality. I'm just surviving. I'm just alive. Right. So in my stream, I have to go into my stream and change the topic to I have to go into my YouTube studio. I don't have it set up. Listen to my story. My live. Okay. Oh, there's a thumbnail builder. Wow, from vidIQ. Am I back? Let me know when I'm back. It's saying that I'm gone. Am I back? Let me know when I'm back. It's saying that I'm gone. Ah, okay. Wow. I was saying I was gone for a moment. So, did you lose me? I lost you. So, did you lose me? I lost you. That made me really sad. Yeah, did I? It said I was disconnected. Yeah. You're back? Okay. Yeah. That's scary. That was really okay. This had reset, but I think we're all good now. Ah, no, such a shame. Ah, no, such a shame. This has already reset multiple times, but okay. I'm on. Okay. Every time I always forget. How do I? Oh, it's A. It's A. Huh. To switch. Oh, great. Doom. I don't know. I'm quiet? I might need to restart it. Wait. What? It did say I have drop frames. I don't know if restarting it will help. Yes, we were achievement hunting. It could be related to my internet connection. I mean, my Streamlabs is working. It's saying that I'm dropping frames, though. I can't hear anything. My levels are showing that everything is going through. It's just that I have dropped frames. Okay. Explain this to me. We were aiming for floating eyes, right? And the reason we wanted floating eyes was for an item. So this is looking pretty good. I was aiming to get at least one of everything. So, of course, 10 of the eyes is good. I'm gone? Hugs? Ah, that's so sweet. And you, Miranda, have fun. Thank you. Okay. So in terms of completion, it's pretty good. Inside Sin? Oh, we have one missing. I think we were Inside Sin. So we need one from Inside Sin. We need several from the Omega Dungeon. And then we spent time in there. So Area Conquests. We have a few left. And Species Conquest. We only have a couple. But we need the eye thingy, correct? Eye thingy. You'll help me with this. Okay? 'Cause we're missing one from Inside Sin. So I think we need to go to Inside Sin. Formation. We'll bring it back to Orin. And go inside Sin to find the one that's left. I remember we were there for a while. Without much luck.
We're counting.
And we need all the eyeballs. I don't know what all the eyeballs were missing. So, Sin.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
Okay. It says... still drop frames over the last 2 minutes. Ah, bye, Granddaddy. I hope that it's not that bad. That's all I can say. It's saying, excellent? That my connection is excellent. At least on YouTube. It's better now? Okay, for the moment. I think I should go deeper in. Because I'm pretty sure that we have plenty of these guys. We'll see how this goes. See if he doesn't kill me. Yeah. This isn't like Final Fantasy IX. I don't just have... Oh wait, I'm still doing auto when I shouldn't. They need to heal at some point. Right? What have I been doing for healing? Mega potions are not great. Do I break? I don't... Yeah, I don't know.